Ultimately, what's wrong with our lives right now? Okay, yeah, I know. I don't want to minimize the fact that we have tzaras. And there are a lot of tzaras in Klal Yisrael. And, of course, last week, this past Shabbos, there was a terrible tragedy in California with the terrorist, right? And we're in Golos. We're definitely in Golos. And there are people who have issues with Shidduchim, and people who have issues with health, and people who have issues with Parnasa. I'm not going to minimize all of this, but at the end of the day, Baruch Hashem, we live in a time, we live in a place, we live in a country where we're allowed to, where there's relative prosperity, there's relative security, there's relative peace. And not only Begashmias, we can daven and we can learn and we can do mitzvahs. We can do mitzvahs behidr, we can go to hotels for Pesach. And it's difficult to scream ad Masai. People, during the Holocaust, my grandmother tells me, during the Holocaust, everyone was screaming for Mashiach. It's easy to scream for Mashiach when times are difficult. But when times are relatively good, at least begashmis and even beruchnis, to want Mashiach means you have to be living in a little of a different world, living in a higher world, living in a world where Gili Elokus matters. Our relationship with Hashem is what matters. And Gili Elokus matters. All these things that we're learning about in Tanya, all these things, this level of air and that level of air and the other level of air. And it has to reach a point where this is what we're aspiring for, this is what we want. And as long as we look at this world, and as Dr. Rebbe, we learned in the Perek, we look at the world, and we look at Iraq and we say, there is no Elokus there, that's something which is devastating. We don't belong in Galus, we belong together with Hashem, in Eretz Yisrael, with Hashem revealed, with Gili Elokus. We're Barim Shegalu Mal Shulchan Aviyim, we're children that have been exiled from our father's table. We don't belong here. And we have to think about this and contemplate it on a regular basis.